Alright guys, let's get started. Welcome to the stream. My name is Dmitri, I'm a community manager here at Dovetail Games, and I welcome you on my stream today. First and foremost, please let me know about the sound, if you can hear me well, and I'll start reading through the chat until we... Yeah, we've got about 10 minutes until the start, but I'm gonna start actually a little bit earlier because I always do that. Plus, we have Tees Valley Line today with Class 31, and there is going to be a pretty long scenario that I'm going to be playing, which is about 65 minutes, so it's a good idea to start early. I'm quite excited about the fact that there is no PCB today. I'm getting a little bit tired of it, of having it on every stream. I'll bring up the schedule. So we are already on Friday, as you can see on this fantastic little image. So don't forget to join us tomorrow and on Sunday for TS1 streams with Norddeutsche Bahn and Frankfurt U-Bahn. Quite exciting. I don't think we've had these for a while on the stream, but yes, looking forward to that. But yeah, let me just say this week has just flown by. Can't believe it's Friday already, although I do like Fridays a lot. Hello GXG, hello Gregory, hello Reonyx, and Duncan Webster and Jordan. Let's just say Jordan. Thank you very much for joining today. I'm gonna start the game right now. There's no need to wait, and let's get going. Quite funny was today. Hi Arsenal fan. Was quite funny today. Was testing the game before the stream and accidentally stumbled upon an unannounced DLC just randomly. Yeah, I mean it's unannounced, so nothing to tell you. But I was just like, I've not seen that before. The pink headphones are a gift from the community, from JP specifically. So thank you very much again, JP. I really like these headphones. I've decided, you know, if you're watching, at the beginning I was thinking, you know, because I'm leaving and I've only had these for about a month, so like it doesn't really feel fair to keep them. I'm thinking about leaving them with Matt and giving them to the next community manager, sort of, whenever they pass their probation or something like that. Or I might just take them with me. I like them a lot. Yes, so scenarios. This is the one that we'll be doing today, the last resort. I'm quite looking forward to it. I haven't played 31 in a while, and this is by far one of my most favorite locomotives in Train Sim World, for several reasons. Yeah, in my opinion, it's relatively simple by design, which means that guys were able to, you know, put like a lot of effort into it really, and put a lot of effort on a smaller number of things, which resulted in a higher quality. But everything about it, the sounds from AP, just the general, the way it looks, sounds, drives, I just love it to bits. It's one of my favorite add-ons for sure. Hi John Hansen, and hi Joshua Pickard. Trains and World Adventures. Hi. I'm doing fine, but I want to get a haircut. I haven't had a haircut in about 2 months, and at this point, it's getting really ridiculous. I'm the type of person who gets regular haircuts, so at least every 4 weeks or so I get a new haircut, or more usually it's freeze to keep everything in shape, especially because I'm often streaming as well. You know, you're gonna have to be a little bit more presentable, but I just can't get a haircut, and I haven't grown my hair this long for a very long time. So a call has come and that a locomotive has fitted Lackenby, and these class fitted once something. Let's just move. I mean, just look at this, just fantastic. I mean, the whole scenario is beautiful. And yeah, the way it looks, it just brings me back to the times that I've never witnessed myself, you know, back in the 80s. As usual, my game is a little bit lagging, but hopefully it's not reflected on your screen. So, no PCB, it's going to be very, very simple, luckily. I mean, as simple as it gets. So I will be able to talk with you a little bit more this time and not have too many Fs. I'm not sure why I'm using the mouse, but I just like using the mouse. So let's put the Viper on. Oh, that's too fast. Yeah, I like it this way. Am I not sharing? Oh, Jesus. Dear God. 1 second. It must be pulling TS1. No, it should be pulling... That's strange. There we go. I forgot to remove the schedule. Sorry, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, well, I mean, let's start from scratch in this case. I mean, let's just start from scratch. It doesn't count. Bloody in America is not a bad word. I don't think it's a bad word in England either. At least you're not like me where my mom cut off my hair. Yeah, I agree with that. But I've actually had this thing happen to me once in my life when I was about 16 years old, and I was really into like music like death metal, you know, black metal and that kind of thing. And I had like that long hair, and at one point my mom kind of snapped and just cut off a little bit, and then you know. It wasn't very nice from her, but on the other hand, when I actually got a haircut, I realized that I looked much better. So yeah, again, class 31. Let's look at it from some sides. The weathering on it is just fantastic. The sounds, this little ticking, is perfect. Oh, class 08. What is that guy doing over there? Is he just staring at it? You right, mate? Where is he looking? Anyway, I guess he's just looking to the brighter future or something like that. Let's get into the cab. Did you guys enjoy previous streams throughout the whole week? We've had, I think, yeah, we've had Mad yesterday, we've had Sam before that. Are you actually enjoying these? Let us know, because we've been doing them for quite a while now. This is already, I think, week 2 of, or week 3, I think, of regular streams, so we've been doing it for quite a while now. Yeah, let us know if you actually like them. So wait for a moment for the pressure to come off. Yeah, this is one of those locos where you have to wait a long time for the pressure, for the brakes to release fully. But that's fine. Route indicators, yes, I think we're good to go. So just wait until the brakes are fully released. What service or scenario? The service is called, sorry, the scenario is called Last Resort. So, cut my life into pieces. Yeah, that one. How long does it take to create a locomotive en route? Well, locomotive obviously takes way less time than a route, but it depends on the route in a loco, of course. But I would say that the team, they used to take much longer time, especially with the very first route that they released, the CSX Heavy Haul. That took pretty much 3 years, or if not more. But you have to understand, they were basically creating a new game, so that's one of the reasons why it took so long. It got a little bit better with Great Western Express, which took 6 months to 12 months, I think. I wasn't here yet at the time, so I don't really know. And then the average time right now, and it's been like that for the past about 2 years, is about 3 months. That's how long it usually takes to create a brand new route. You know, sometimes it's faster, sometimes it's shorter. I think the HRR, the most recent route, took the least amount of time. But the work on it started even before Christmas, I think. So yeah, it's like, yeah. Oh, I mean, probably it took quite a while, probably as well. So same as Oakville, they both were released very close to each other, and the work on them both started quite early. So it was before Christmas. I remember the guys were already working on it, on both of these things in December. I want to play it on the low-end PC, do a patch for it. What exactly want to play? Do you mean Train Sim World? I think Train Sim World is quite optimized at this point, and it runs quite well. I mean, I have a pretty old machine, well, relatively old machine. It's 4790K CPU and GTX 1080 as a GPU. I think about 16 gigabytes of RAM, DDR3, and the motherboard, I can't remember the name, but it's all from like 2014, 2015 area, and I think my settings are all maxed out. Wow, wait, I have metric. That's a good. I haven't even read the chat, so you've probably already told me about that. But yeah, I've got everything on ultra, and I'm also streaming. And I would guess I'm getting about 20 FPS right now, but it's mainly because I'm streaming, so it's definitely playable. And the guys have done a pretty great job in the past year of optimizing the game, and they're still doing a lot of work in optimization sort of behind the scenes. The work is still ongoing, and especially with consoles. Yes, this is one of the things that guys have really been prioritizing, and have seen some great results. Nothing to talk about yet, but we've seen some really cool stuff. So yeah, if I were you, I would be looking forward to that. I am Train's YouTube. Dmitri, press Alt F4 to put the loco into trash mode. Maybe next time. UKTS easily confused. Thank you very much for your feedback on the streams. CF Finley 14, although probably already gone. Nigel Penn, hi, welcome to the stream. And Isaiah Castlery, I do apologize if I mispronounce the name, but welcome to the stream as well. Hello Moggy, hello ECM2, everyone welcome. I'm not gonna tell you anything about M3, okay? So, but it's, you know, it's May already, and I told you before, it's coming in May. So if I were you, I'd be just waiting. It's not gonna be too long. We usually try to bring the announcement and the release quite close to each other. Well, at least we've been doing that lately. So, just yeah, keep your eyes peeled. So we're going via location. So we're going via Millsbrack. I don't even know what this scenario is about really. I think we're doing the whole route really, whole run. Maybe a one way and then another. I think I can't exactly remember, but it's a pretty long scenario. It's going to take 65 minutes, so quite a lot of time. Hey AMX, hi Bam Bam, hi the Pie Train. Welcome. Best thing for me is playing this on the 55-inch TV. Yes, but you're on console, aren't you, Tintin? So I wonder how that looks for you. Are you looking forward to the next versions of the consoles, the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox, whatever it's called? I can't even remember now. I've not heard a lot of talks from the guys about PS5 support, so obviously there will be one. I mean, there's no question about it. But what exactly they're doing is unfortunately outside of my plans. I'm starting a little bit sort of disengaging from information, you know, industrial games or upcoming stuff because I'm leaving soon. So it's this time where I'm not really updated with a lot of new information, and the fact that we're on a lockdown, working from home doesn't help either. Usually, you could just ask stuff or just hear someone saying something, but now there's a little bit of a informational vacuum, I would say. Yeah, and looks like the lockdown is going to be extended, so looks like we're going to be stuck for at least the rest of May, if not longer. So yep, lots of trains to drive, I can tell you that. So 300 yards until the 15 speed limit, but we're quite close to it, so it's not a big deal. It's just like the sound of this train. It's just all the small rattles and noises you can hear. It's a beautiful siren, sorry, a beautiful bridge with an awesome siren. We actually have a pretty cool post about it that will be dropping on the social media, I think next week. That actually kind of goes into detail of why this siren exists on TVL and you know, like where is it coming from in real life. So it's a pretty cool post. I'm looking forward to it. Will this game be made backwards compatible for the new consoles? Yeah, I don't know. I actually don't know. I mean, I would imagine yes, but I honestly don't know. I think so. I see no reason why not, because it's the same architecture in terms of PlayStation or Xbox. It's the same product. The game is the same, and I think this is a question that's better asked from Sony and Microsoft. Do I think the DLCs are overpriced? I don't think that DG are making very like strong margins even from the current prices. So you can say they're overpriced, but you have to remember the market is much smaller than for other games, and Trains is a very niche product, very niche. So you know the margins are just not high. Like if you think that Dovetail Games is like swimming in money, you are not correct. You know, all you have to do to check this is to check the new game. We have this website called Company Overview, and they have some public documentation about their profits. I'm not like a finance specialist or anything like that, so but yeah, you can check out everything you might want and see for yourself really how much money they might be making. I've not checked for a while. It's none of my business really, but the margins are quite close. You know, they're not making like super insane money. You know, DLCs are selling in thousands, not in tens or hundreds of thousands like other games. So, regardless whether it's TS1 or TSW, although TSW of course do sell more simply because it's a newer product that is also available on consoles. Start break. Oh dear. I was meant to do this. I was meant. Oh my god. This is a SPAD, I think. I don't think we're gonna be able to stop. Anton, welcome to the stream. Welcome, Mr. Mads. No, looks like we will be able to stop. Thank God. Rough start, but I have never played this scenario. I'll wait until it breaks fully release. Should have been looking at that yellow signal. What was my dream job when I was younger? Actually, my dream job was a history teacher, because my grandfather, he was grandfather was a history teacher, and I really like history. It's one of my favorite subjects in life. And when I was small, yeah, I was thinking I would become a history teacher, but it never happened. Yeah, local breaks. Yeah, it's local break. How many locals do we? Yeah, we have 2. So definitely local break was an option here. If only I was a little bit more skilled. Since February 15, you've traveled 10,274 kilometers. Since February 15, wow, that's impressive. Fun fact, that is probably more than anyone has ever traveled on West Somerset Railway in a class 09. So local breaks, yeah. Just want to test how responsive they are. It looks responsive. But we don't have to stop here, do we? You know, we don't. We just need to wait for a red signal. But yeah, they do seem to be very nice and responsive. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be using from them. Oh, there we go, green light. That can be sidings entrance. Okay, so we're not going too far. 4 miles from now. Evening MLP, Derek. What trains come on 5 Circle Line? You better Google it, I can't remember. Can you scroll down on list when you bring up T-key on Xbox One while you're driving a train? I think someone suggested on the last stream that you can with the arrow, I think. So there's a, what is it called, a D-pad, So the bottom one should help you. Give it a go. Right, let's get a little bit more speed. Would you ever do in your free time drive a Voyager from London King's Cross to Edinburgh? You mean like in real life, if I was a train driver, or what do you mean? Hi, that's Gaming One. I'm good, thank you very much, Derek. How are you today? Is there a date when Long Island Railroad M3 coming out? No, no date, but as I said, it will be very soon, guys. Probably a couple of weeks. I did say before, I think that we've announced it a little bit earlier than we wanted. Not by much, but a few days. But it still makes a difference, you know. In Train Simulator, would you have free time of Voyager from King's Cross? Well, yeah, I mean, why not? But no, I don't think so. I mean, we've done something similar, although the other way around. We've done a run from Edinburgh to London's King's Cross on our March Madness stream back in March, and yeah, we've had 4 people driving it, and it was awesome. It was a cool experience, you know. And one thing I was thankful for was that I didn't have to drive it. I don't think I drove at all on that stream. I was just eating candies behind the green screen. Although I did have to stay there for the full length of the stream, so yeah, it was an interesting time, staying until 11 p.m. on Saturdays. Hi Dmitri, Rivet are working on Switzerland for Train Sim World. I can't confirm anything. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know. I often talk to guys from. Okay, we're not going to be speaking too much. We have a upcoming limit, which I wouldn't prefer for. I speak to guys from Rivet quite often, and but we we do not share that much information really. So I'm sure there will be working on something cool. I've heard. I'm sure most of you guys have seen the message they've put out yesterday on social media and forums regarding the feedback for 204, and I didn't go into detail, but I think they do want to look at addressing some of the complaints you guys have had regarding the lack of gameplay or services. Which I welcome massively if they find time, money, and you know, yeah, basically time and money to do that. I will be happy. They do really care a lot about their reviews. You could see that from even from Gotthardbahn back in like mid 2019, where when they had I think some complaints regarding sounds on one of their locomotives included in the Gotthardbahn, and they went ahead and fixed the sound. So I would expect something from them, definitely. They're looking forward to it. They said they're gonna respond to Steam reviews because they look at the Steam reviews, and Steam reviews are not looking good for that locomotive. Although in my opinion, this is more like a general trend with TSW add-ons recently. Many of them are not getting very high review scores, even though they're quality add-ons, you know. But I think it's a general trend. It's what people think about the company right now. It's up to the normal, and it will happen. It can happen anytime. And I think Rivet were just really unlucky that their first product on TSW, and quite, you know, the one that everyone really expected, was released in this unfortunate period. And so I assured them that they definitely need to look into addressing the issues that were introduced in the 204, but also not to worry about it too much, because I still believe, despite the lacking gameplay, which kind of is based on real life as well, but I get all the complaints that people are talking about. You know, it's only on MSB, it's only like a small, tiny area on MSB, and there's not a lot of gameplay, but the model itself is fantastic, you know. And I think if the only concern that people have or complaint is is the service mode, then I am feeling quite safe for Rivet Games, because I think they will be able to address things like that in advance in the future and learn from their mistakes. Don't forget, they've only been around for a year, despite the fact that quite a few people came there from Dovetail Games. They've still been around for less than a year. They're a much smaller team, and I think that they should differentiate themselves from Dovetail Games. And if this is if this sort of post-launch support is one of those things that they want to focus on, I would be so happy about this. So yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna have a look at the chat in a second. Just want to make sure we're not speeding, that we are preparing for a stop. We do have to stop, yes we do. I'm not allowed to tell you what the next TSW route is. Class 47 on this route? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm gonna give it just a little bit more power so we can get to the next speed change just a little bit quicker, because we're also going uphill. Would you ever drive a Pacer from London Paddington to Penzance? Why'd you keep asking me these questions? Of course not. Hello, on schedule with the KFC wings. Yeah, try PAG. I agree. The brakes are challenging here, but it's an awesome loco. It's just, I remember when it was released, the first couple of days I was playing it, I just felt I was feeling really immersed. The team has done a fantastic job. Although, isn't that what I say all the time anyway? The team has done a fantastic job. Foot warmer. What else do we have here? Blinds. Yeah, blinds perfectly. Wow, that's nice. There's some like small notches in here. That's pretty cool. I don't think I've noticed that before. Huh, nice. And just, yeah, like something about it. Just the cab, just beautiful. Oh, 101. So we're almost at our destination. Doing fine. Yeah, I've actually read on the new. Oh dear God! How did that happen? I didn't notice change of grade. My fault. Yeah, I was reading the news a couple of days ago that they've had a siren going off in this location in real life. Not sure if it was recently. I think it was like a year ago or so. But yeah, they've had these sirens screaming throughout the whole region for a whole night or something like that, because there was a fire at this particular location. So yeah, like people were saying that it was really distressing to hear all this siren going off all the time during the night. Again, this is a scenario I've never done, so I'm actually quite interested to see what it's going to be. I'm sure most of you have already played this, or at least those who own the Class 31. And I'm not even reading the chat, but I can already tell you I have no news on M3. All I can say, it's coming within the next couple of weeks. Yeah, I know I was driving significantly over the speed limit. Thank you very much, game. You serious? Yes, the local brakes are much better because you don't have to wait that long to release them. For them to release, I mean. Like sidings consist of manual junctions. These require setting before proceeding. Oh no, this is the worst. Wow, no. No. Oh dear. Alright, let's go. It's raining. Set to right, I'm assuming. At least in scenarios they kind of explain everything to you and just take you by the hand, and you don't have to figure stuff out yourself. But I didn't want to fly around and like I usually do and just change these switches like I usually do. Matt is usually unhappy about that if I fly around and not do it manually. Close the door, get back in. Go via location. Let's go. Hi Billiam. Billiam1, welcome to the stream. Alright, I need to keep watch. I need to watch my speed here. No news on multiplayer, guys. Oh, hi to Steam. Nice to see you. You're gonna be streaming. Good. Good. Yeah, if you guys know me from emails, if you're like an influencer, I worked with you before. It's going to be a little bit challenging, yeah, because I don't know who the next person is going to be. Obviously, I'm going to leave as many details as possible about working with specific people, because obviously with some of you have had like different relationships, which might not directly transfer to the next person. So just block the next person over the email. I honestly don't know what our plans are of DTG for on community, so I have no idea what is expected really. What are the plans for working with YouTubers and giving away codes? I have no idea, so unfortunately I can't give any tips here. It was a little bit easier with me because you could always send me an email and I would get back to you with a code or some answers, but things will change, and I just simply cannot guarantee that the next person will have the same attitude, sort of. So I'm satisfied with 204 even if there are not many services, because 204 is super well modeled and very pleasant to drive. Yes, I agree, but as I said, Rivet want to address this, so yeah, I really hope they do something nice. But then again, I'm not here to sit here and guarantee that something's happening. I know that they've been looking into it very closely and working with DTG on that as well. What software do I use to stream? So I'm simply using OBS, nothing extraordinary. OBS and a couple of assets that the creative guys have made for us. So nothing special. OBS is free and very easy to use. I like it. At least for my purposes of streaming a couple of times a week, it's absolutely perfect. What's my favorite TSW DLC? I feel like I'm asked this every single week, and every single week I have a different answer. But I would say Class 31. That's why I chose it for today. My favorite route, I'm probably gonna still stand with RRO. Okay, need to relax a little bit, or rather focus, because we're gonna be pulling this this 37 soon. Slow down a bit more. Just a little bit more, and just a little bit more. Let's go. Almost perfect. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Nice. Set the train brake. Get out and hook it up. Perfect. Oh, this is Charles, and this is... She looks like Callum, but I'm not sure. Uncouple these. get back. Jump in the seat. Throttle off. Yeah, I think we're gonna be shutting down this one. Which one is shut down? There we go. Reverser off. Master key. And I think I've had the instrument and route indicators. Shunted over to number 2 grid sidings for now. Another locomotive will take it to Thornby for repairs. No problem. Sorry guys, I'll look in the chat in a second. At the chat, sorry. Gonna set everything up once again. Perfect. Yeah, I'm about 5 minutes behind on the chat. Sorry about that. Alright, I'm just gonna scroll down. That's it. Hello, Closeford, Closeord, 227. Dmitri, will you miss Matt? Yeah, I think I will miss Matt. I think he's become a very good friend of mine, at least in within like the work environment. So, you know, we could share some chats occasionally that, you know, would be for not for the public space. Let's put it this way. And well, it was really good, and I think we had a pretty good relationship. At least he managed to tolerate me very well. That I can give it to him for sure. Where am I going? Are you still going to play Duffel games when I leave? I don't know. I have a feeling I might be playing the new TSW stuff, but you see the problem is that, wait, what about our switches? Everything? No, okay, of course. Sorry, I'm gonna do it like this. Yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be playing, to be honest. The simple reason is I'm not gonna have an access to unlimited number of DLCs anymore. Yes, so if I wanted to play Train Sim World games, I would have to buy them. Train Sim World add-ons, I would have to buy them, and I'm just, you know, I have. Let's put it this way. Let's be honest. I'm not a train fan, so I'll have other things to spend my money on. But one thing I can tell you, I will be very closely looking at how Duffel games and Train Sim World specifically are developing. I'm quite keen for this year, next year. I would just want to see what exactly the guys will go out with, and it will be interesting for me to see as well how the community perceives the company, because, you know, all my time here I've been an employee of the company, which means I have my own, you know, distorted like understanding of what the company is and the games are, and I know everything that's happening, most of the things that are happening behind the scenes, so it will be easier for me to see when I don't have access to anything that you guys don't have access to. It will be very interesting to see how I will feel about this. It might be even, it will, you know, even though it would be too late, it will still give me a good opportunity to see which areas I've sort of myself, you know, missed while I was working here. Maybe some things that I have, I just didn't notice, and like, for example, if the communication wasn't particularly like strong enough, or didn't happen often enough, or maybe we missed some channels. So these things I will be very keen to look at, and yeah. Would you recommend Fishing Simulator? I've not only played it quite briefly, I have to admit, but if you are a fan of fishing, yes, I would say yes, because you can expect a certain level of quality from the game. Again, I'm not an expert in fishing, and and specifically not in fishing games, but it's definitely worth giving it a go. There's a new game that they're making now, which is called The Catch. This is a slightly different focused game. It's still going to use the same engine, but I don't know not too much. I don't know much about it, if I'm being honest, and it looks good to me, but hard to judge. I'm not an expert in. I would give it a go. I think Fishing Sim World is only £10-15. It's the same, pretty much the same model in terms of sales as Train Sim World and Train Simulator, so you can get all of the content for a reduced price, usually quite significantly reduced, 50-70%, depends on what sale is happening, but again, it's also a console game, so the market is different for that game as well. What specs of my PC? Asked FDOR20 YouTube. 4790K my CPU, and my GPU is 1080 GTX. I do think it's coming to the time where I kind of feel I need an upgrade, because I've had this PC for well, not that long actually, a little bit over 2 years ago. I've bought it privately for a very good price at the time. I've only bought it for £900, which in February 2018 it was a good price for these specs, because it's a pre-built PC and pre-built in a very good quality as well. Everything's inside is oh dear, what am I doing? We'll have to reverse. I'm not even looking at my tasks, just talking. Where is it? Oh, so we're just reversing back. Just want to make sure this one's straight. Yeah. So we're just literally just reversing. Perfect. Sorry, my keyboard seems to be stuck for some reason. Yeah, I've had a throttle on, that's why. Release the brakes, and let's do it. I'm enjoying playing the scenario and not pressing the Q every 30 seconds. Yeah, sorry guys, I'm missing a lot of things you're writing. DMat64, I'm not a train fan, but work by a train game. Yeah, well, that happened unfortunately, and if you're, even though these, you'll be struggling to find 150 people for a company, and all of them are train fans, and all of them have different specialties, and that enable you to create a well-structured company. That's just impossible. So you do have to compromise and hire people that are not train fans, but to defend Soul of Games, they have a lot of train fans. It's still a very trains focused company. The CEO is a rail fan. Wait, we're not supposed to be going this way, are we? I feel like this is gonna take way longer than I thought it would. I just want to double check. How did that happen? Oh, well, because I've come this way, haven't I? No, the thing I will be working on is not related to trains. It's related to cars. That's all I can say really at this point. I mean, I don't want to hijack the stream to talk about my future company, but I'm looking forward to it. I can tell you that. I am very quite jolly and excited. But one thing I'm really gonna miss is you guys. Like I'm amazed. This community was so amazing. I think I've managed to get away with so many things with you guys, and it was just at every point everyone was really supportive. I mean, I've had challenges. I've had some challenging people I've had to deal with, including forums, but the vast majority were so fantastic, and just the support. I don't know. It's hard to believe, but I think it also kind of expanded my sort of horizons to an extent, because I never imagined, like, I'm being completely like honest with you, I've never imagined people being such huge fans of trains. I never thought about it that this could be, you know, this could be the case. And when I found about this community, I was really surprised, and it definitely expanded my horizons in the sense that I think that there are way more things that I don't know about the world, and way more hobbies, groups, communities that I have never heard of, and it's really amazing. You know, I that's one thing I'm gonna miss out, and I probably will never see anywhere else this sort of community. I'm very doubtful. I think the size of the community, the fact that it's rather niche, is a good thing, because it keeps it, you know, limited. It keeps it civil, let's put it this way. If you go to the car community, for example, the car community is pretty much everyone who loves cars, and that is way more people, way more than the number of people who love trains. Let's be honest. And the car community is extremely diverse and varied. There's no car enthusiast that looks like another car enthusiast, so it's very different, and it's more challenging. That's one of the things I really liked about trains community. It's very focused, very positive, very friendly, inclusive, diverse, and all these awesome words. But yeah, thank you, Nigel. Ciao. Yes, Moggy. Life size, yeah. I wish I could have like a life-size cutout of Matt somewhere, with him just smiling. That would be awesome. Let's be careful here. Let's start slowing down a little bit. I'm not using the. Yeah, I'm not using the other cab. I mean, technically, I guess in real life I would have had to change cabs for this sort of job, but maybe not. You tell me. It's not hooked. Need to give a little bit more throttle. There we go. Perfect. That should do it. Let's get out. Why does it say climb? I just jump out of the cab. I don't never climb out of it. Hook this up, and we should be good to go soon. The freight service is now severely delayed. Okay, to make up time, dispatch has rerouted you along the main line. Okay, sounds good. You will miss Madam DDG. Yes. What software is that? Do I have a deja vu? People are still asking me what software, what streaming software I'm using. I'm using OBS. I've already said. Can you do a standalone channel and do some streams here and there? I don't think anyone will be watching me. You know, I think I do well when I have like a particular task, or I'm working on a particular product, and someone gave me a task. I'm not a very good person to work on my own initiative, I will admit. Wait, what am I doing? Do I not have to change cabs for this? I'm losing my mind. Okay, we're everything right. Okay. For some reason I thought this was the other way around. Just me. I don't think I'm that entertaining. Are you remembering? Damn those brakes. Taking ages. There we go, let's go. Okay, Maxim is asking in Russian language, when are we bringing multiplayer? Never. I'm just joking. I don't know. I have no idea. I haven't heard for a very long time about multiplayer, so I would assume that never, but who knows? Between Aschaffenburg, Gmunden, Wistal, which is a little wrong platform up to the stairwell. Well, I mean, if it's a little wrong platform, I wouldn't be too worried about it if it's a little wrong platform. up the stairwell, but it depends on what you mean. Because a little wrong platform up to the stairwell for one person can be a completely different little wrong platform for another. Okay, bye bye 37. So how do British rail lines work in the United Kingdom? Do they have a government-controlled rail line like Amtrak in the US? It's strange seeing several rail lines operating all over. I think everything is privatized in the UK, so there shouldn't be any government control. Well, I mean, I don't know, honestly. Someone in the chat could let the Trail McKinley know. That would be fantastic. I just want to go a little bit faster. This 10 miles per hour limit is a little bit annoying. Oh, it's a pretty long consist, isn't it? I can't remember which is the longest possible train in Trenton Will right now, with official content. Would be somewhere on CSX Heavy Haul, I think. Still the it has set so many records which still haven't been broken. Show locked from the outside. You know what, let's do it this way. Let's do the rail fan way. You know what, in the year, in the time I've been here, I think I've learned to take some quite nice screenshots, and I was teaching from some very experienced guys in our team, but I think my first screenshots compared to everything I've been taking, I've figured out that to take a really good screenshot in the game, you kind of have to think like a train spotter in real life. So you have to imagine yourself in certain locations, you know, moving your feet around, and that's I feel how you take a good screenshot in TSW. Just imagine you're train spotting in real life, and what would you do in this situation? Do I speak Turkish now? I will have long stopping distance. Thank you very much, UKJS. Easily confused, but that's very helpful. The colonel would be a lot faster, yes, but you know, I strive to find the sort of balance where Matt is super expert. You know, he knows what he's talking about, where Sam actually knows quite a lot about trains. He is definitely a rail fan. You can see it, you know. But sometimes when he speaks, you can see clearly he understands what he's talking about. But he is just playing this sort of a character of being like a little bit silly, you know, and calling himself Colonel Failure. That's why he is doing his best to sort of fail. But I think he knows about trains, and even both games actually much better than he than he makes it think. What's happening there with the misspell? That's weird. I didn't see any message. Oh, yeah, so why do the road crossings not work on the Peninsula Corridor? Yeah, well, I think it's mainly from what I remember, it's performance issues. I think having them working is put significant performance requirements, and way better than the sort of way more than the sort of returns that you get from having them properly working. But then again, it all comes down to optimization. That's something that the guys see very important. I think Matt has done a really fantastic job in the past year with the optimization. The game is running way better than it has ever run before. Yeah, Sam is really funny. He has lots of energy. He is the perfect YouTuber. I'm a low energy guy. I'm low energy, so not for me. 2 hours stream and I am tired. You know, I'm tired, man. Just like both physically and mentally tired. I wouldn't be able to do it for too long. I've tried having my own YouTube channels, but I've always dropped them. And the funny thing is like my profession actually, I really kind of know how to develop channels, not just YouTube, but you know, all other social media. I really know how to make them really good. At the same time, I'm not doing that at all. I don't have any like personal. Well, I do have a personal Instagram page, but I do not have like a cats and dogs meme page or something like that I would be managing, and nothing like that. I will always manage products for someone. .4 to Middlesbrough. We're going through Middlesbrough, not stopping there. I guess we're just going all the way back. Headlines. Which are the things I have not yet touched? Speeding. Yeah, I need to really be careful with my speed. Let's give it a little bit of a test. So we were starting at 23 miles per hour. Well, I mean, it took us almost 10 seconds to drop 3 miles per hour, so it definitely is not a very fast brake in here. And then it also has to release them. It looks like it has released them. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll. I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk a red light. I really don't. Yeah, it is a fun game, IRAB88. Do people from Dovetail travel to countries to make the trains? Yes, they do. They do. I suggest you, they should be on YouTube. We should have a first stream, sorry, not first, but just a stream of the MP15 DC switcher, which was released in February this year. And if you watch the stream, in the first 15 to 30 minutes somewhere, we actually brought some photos from the trip that the guys did to US to Caltrain to work on the route and on the rolling stock that is included in the route. And we brought some cool photos from I think it was related to sound, so the way they were setting up all the microphones, it's pretty cool. We're slowing down. But our train, like Class 1, is not powerful at all. I can tell you. Yeah, look it up. Yes, but yeah, to answer your question, the Dovetail do travel abroad if they can. It's not, you know, more often than not, it's not a question of whether they want it. The question is more often, can they do it? Because not everyone is so responsive as Caltrain, far from it. So people don't want others to have access to their trains, especially when the railway is really busy. And you know, there's some guys who are coming over and they want your train for 2 or 3 hours at a time, and yeah, you're losing money. So it's tricky. But Caltrain have been extremely responsive, and their media PR team are very good. I think they have a pretty good understanding of let's say 21st century PR. This is fantastic PR for them, and in my opinion all the companies should be doing the same. Yes, hello Nighthawk 1964, welcome to the stream. No, I didn't have any brake supply. No, I didn't. I just have a very heavy train. Although I see what you mean. Hang think this should be all the way. That looks fine. Anyway, we seem to be moving. Okay, well, okay, I can see yellow. Okay. Yeah, it's green after. Whew. Thank God. Hello, Train Spotter NI4002. Hello, Nissan SB. Welcome to the stream. I'm very happy and glad to see you guys. The work in terms of the detail is amazing. I completely agree. Oh, you should check whether the vacuum or air brakes. That's a good point. That's a good point. Where were they? Not this is AWS. Where was the? Yeah, well, tell me where it is and I'll have a look. Can't remember now. I think pretty bad. Add a little bit more full throttle, in fact. Yeah, let me know. I think I might have messed up with the brakes. I wish all the US transit authorities were like Caltrain and weren't so strict about giving out their licensing. You know, yeah, we all wish, but that's just the reality. I think you know, because trains is not the only place where you have this sort of like let's put this way issue. We can have an examples of pretty much all car-related games where you have real cars represented in there as well. But take for example FIFA and what was the other game was called? It is Pro Evolution Soccer. FIFA as a big brand is always getting these licenses. They can feature almost any team or almost any player. So unlike the soccer game, these guys always have to come up with different skins and faces for some of their players, just simply because they are unable to get certain licenses like that EA Games can get. And I remember even from a few years ago, they would bring some like ridiculously looking guys and tell that it's Ronaldo or it's a certain club, but in fact they only have few proper licenses in their game. So it's not just trains, you know, who are sort of suffering from this issue. It's many other games. Okay, I think I saw a glimpse of yellow in there. On the back wall to the right. Well, this is AWS. Sorry, I'm really silly. I do remember where was it here somewhere? I can't remember. I do remember changing it. Brake selector. There we are. Air brake goods. Well, I think we should be at a vacuum, shouldn't we? Yes, Montes. Thank you. Yeah, we found it. Yeah, should be here. So air brake goods. Should be vacuum, shouldn't it? I do remember Matt explaining me at least 3 times what should be the difference, and every time was like, oh yeah, I will definitely remember that. Okay, we are having a little bit of a problem. Hopefully we will be able to drop to 25 in time. I think we will. Okay, good. I'm gonna release, otherwise we'll slow down way too much. Oh no. No, it should be air brakes. Okay, awesome. Would GG have a problem getting a license to bring out the London Underground? I don't know. Hard to say, honestly, I don't know. I can't comment exactly on which company is more responsive when it comes to licenses. I know that Caltrain are good. Yeah, I just don't want to even comment on this because it's a very sensitive topic actually, because you know, if I say something that is not that might not be interpreted correctly by an employee of the license or of that licensee company who is watching my stream right now, you know, they might misinterpret or so you have to be really, really careful with licenses. That's one thing I can tell you. How about the driving game around Sydney, Australia? You know, if you're asking me, I say yes. I would play it now if it was available. But team has to overcome some very serious challenges that they have, and they will this year. I think they will. I'm fairly certain they will, and yeah, I'm expecting some really, really cool TSW content in the future, and then within the next year or two. I would be very, very much looking forward to it. Very, very much. Well, location. I'm gonna drop the throttle a little bit just so I can be ready for everything. Yeah, I'm telling you guys, like, just keep your eyes peeled. 2020 is gonna be amazing for TSW, so I'm telling you that's based on the stuff that I know. Always like Middlesbrough station here. It's just I've never been to 80s England. Well, I've never been to England. To 80s ever anyway, but. It definitely gives me a good feeling that I am right there right now. Are licenses required for defunct railroads? I think yes. I think licenses, the ownership goes. You know, it doesn't just disappear. I think it goes to the next owners. So even for all the routes, I think you do have to have a license. Please drop the questions about license. Yeah, guys, stop asking me. Editor, no news about that. Yeah, one thing I wish Rivet. I mean, Rivet obviously are a different company. They are not working on the main game, but I think they should they could really differentiate themselves if they focus a little bit more on talking to people and just explaining why things work in certain ways. I think it would be very beneficial for them, and would earn the sort of trust and reputation. And I think they deserve the trust even now. I'm just going back again. I'm going back to the TS1 releases that they've had, and they were always responsive. They really, really care, and I just welcome that massively. A very relaxing game, yes, sir. Very relaxing game. Especially on this overcast day when it's raining non-stop, and you're like inside this old, grungy looking locomotive that is making these awesome noises. Open that window as well, and the door. I just want to hear an engine. You guys can hear it now. Yeah. We're on full throttle now. For a second, I had a mini heart attack. I'm just not looking forward to passing a red light. What is this locomotive, please? Third person. This is class 31, mate. Two of them, in fact. Class 31 for TS Valley Line was released in October last year. I can't believe it's May, guys. It's ridiculous. How can it be May already? It was September, October, November, just recently, just a few days ago, and we're already in May. Weather typical England. Yeah, this is the sort of weather we've had all day today here. It got a little bit better. Have we got to release it Frame 3 soon, a couple of weeks. I'm not telling you the exact date, but it's coming soon. This month. You would buy Hauptstrecke Rhein-Ruhr if there was a sale. Well, unfortunately, I'm not allowed to tell you about sales or when they're happening. I can only... Okay, green again. I can only talk about sales if they are already ongoing. Oh, November, okay. So what was released in October then? I'll probably the Rhein-Ruhr Austin. Playing TSW had made me realize why some trains come late. It's not easy to keep to a timetable, and if more people did play this, they would realize why. You know what? I think I would never be able to become a train driver because I don't have the sort of discipline that you have in order to learn all these things. Because I'm on the Discord with some guys who play our game, and there are some train drivers in there. And whenever they start talking about trains, I just most of the time I actually have no idea what they're talking about. I have to be completely frank with you, and I'm just seeing the amount of stuff, the routes that they have to learn before they are able to drive. They have to learn route by heart, you know. I don't think I would ever be able. I would be able to like drive physically because I'm not a bad car driver, but learning all these things to be able to drive a train, and you know, it's not just about braking and moving off. It's many other things, and I'm not so sure about myself. I think you have to be a pretty like pedantic, very organized person to be a good train driver, which only shows how amazing train drivers actually are. Yes, Rhein-Ruhr Austin was released in October. Top 50, but I'm going at a very comfortable speed for me. It's more than comfortable. Outside view, there you go, man. Jay. So I'm sorry if that's not exactly your name. Yeah, I think train drivers are definitely getting enough credit. They have very challenging jobs and a lot of training to do. Boogie MC6, I'm not sure. I'm not heard anyone's having similar problems with Caltrain's cat, but if you have a problem, it's a good idea to write a ticket to our support system. I'm gonna send you a link in the chat right now. There we go. Sometimes I wish Matt was a hairdresser, because I would love if he did a nice haircut for me. Thank you, KTS. Easily confused. I don't know why I keep pronouncing your whole name, but it's just easier. I'll just say EC from now on. .2 miles. Let's crank up the speed just a little bit. We're really slow. Yeah, no, Hunt, I agree with you. TS1 still has a... That's what I'm going to do, Morgie. Yeah, yeah, TS1, in my opinion, is still a fantastic game. It's not... I think it's more, like, true rail fan oriented, I guess you could say, in the sense that you just have the variety. Because, you know, like, regular, average trains lover, they love trains, but you know, they don't go too deep, so TSW may be a little bit more easier for them in that sense that they have limited number of experiences that are more lifelike feeling. But at the same time, if they want definitely more content, they just want to completely, you know, engage with the hobby, with trains. Train Simulator 1 is beautiful. And is Ellie gonna do one of the daily streams sometime? I don't think Ellie works anymore. I think she was on a probation actually at the time. She was streaming with us for March Madness. So, and I didn't know actually. I thought she was fully employed, but I think it was only a week or two late after that stream when she said that she's leaving. So yeah, I don't think she's coming. She had another interview with us a few weeks after that. It was, I think it was for a new support person instead of Daniel, and but I don't know how that went. I've only interviewed her, just let me just talk about myself and answered a couple of her questions, but I don't know. I think Daniel is still here. He's leaving around the 15th, and I'm pretty sure they already have a replacement, but it's hard to say. Again, if you think you might be a replacement for a support staff or a community manager for trains, you should definitely apply. For how long have you been working at DG? Not very long actually, not very long at all. It's only been 16 months or so, 17 months, so it's not a long time. But it was a very good time. I think I will remember it for the rest of my life. Because it wasn't just, you know, moving here for you know, I didn't just start working on Dutch Games, I actually moved here from another place in the UK. So for me it was not just, you know, working for DPG, it was also in many ways exploring the beautiful county of Kent. And I think I've been to most towns, well, most significant towns in Kent, and I love it. I've even actually had an opportunity to volunteer at the Dover, what's it called? But yeah, what is this organization called that does with the National Trust? They have some areas there in Dover, and I've actually managed to volunteer as a tour guide for a few weekends, which is pretty cool. I really liked it. The Dover generally is the White Cliffs. I absolutely love this place. I've not been there before, but this time I had an opportunity to spend quite a lot of time there. Right, I'm gonna run down whether I think there's a yellow, which I don't really like the look of this yellow. No, I'm gonna start braking now. I'm not risking. I'm just cautious, you know. I know what game I'm dealing with, so I'm not going into that area. And again, I've not played. Okay, I think I've done a little bit too much braking. I don't think we're gonna stop yet. That wasn't nice. Please brakes, please. Well, good. I have an opportunity to look at the chat again. TS is still a great game, but in terms of graphics, it's still getting old. Well, it's not getting any younger, that's for sure. Anyone need links to any manuals? That's a good thing. Vitaly is saying hello. I'm saying pretty good, Vitaly. We want a new route, especially USA route. I can't say anything about it. Mariah's passed, all vacancies of the game. Do you live in Dover? No, I live in Medway in Kent, so exactly where the office is located. The office is actually only 5 minutes away from me on the car, and about 20 minutes walking, so it's very close. That's one thing I really enjoyed, is being so close to where my commute was 10 minutes, you know, and it really frees up a lot of your time. My commute is going to be much worse in my new place. It's going to be an hour. But the good thing about them is that they are quite progressive, and what they've done is they only require you to be in the office Monday to Wednesday, and Thursday and Fridays everyone's basically working from home, so you only have to be in the office 3 days a week, which is interesting. We'll see how that goes. I'm actually quite looking forward to it. Folkestone, I think that's one place I haven't had a chance to visit yet. I mean, I won't be too far, but it's still quite far, Foxton will be from London, because I will be living in southwest. To take a train to work, I will be. Well, I think it will be. It will be underground, not a train, because it's still going to be within like zone 2. So yeah, not a train. What do you think of the Great Western Railway as a whole railway, not the game as a whole? Well, I mean, it has an extreme historic significance to this country, so my only thought is that it's an amazing achievement. I do, like, I had to learn a lot. I've learned a lot in terms of English history as well here, because I never actually realized how much influence railway had on England and the Industrial Revolution and the whole world subsequently, because that's how the whole world advanced, really, with the rise in the railway transport. And England was a pioneer in this. Stopping, I'm going to drop to about 10 miles per hour so that I can control my stop a little bit better. What's my favorite train in TSW? Class 31. With whom are you going to work when you leave DG? I'm not going to tell you. I think I might, but I'm probably gonna. Yeah, guys, I have to let you know. You know, my Twitter is obviously very trains focused right now. I mostly talk about trains and the game I work on, so it will change. You know, I will have to be talking about the new product, so the new project I'll be working on. So if you feel, you know, it's not very comfortable for you, feel free to unfollow me. But I'm just giving you people a fair warning, in my opinion, because it's going to be a little bit different. But I do appreciate everyone who follows me and chats with me on a regular basis. And if you want to keep talking, I'll be very, very happy to keep talking with you. Yeah, I'll try to be as careful as I can on this one. But I think I've done a sensible decision by slowing down quite considerably here. Yeah, I still have streams next week, by the way, so this is not my last stream, but I think I have one more stream. It will be either next Wednesday or Thursday. And next Friday is bank holiday in the UK. And my last day is actually Friday, but technically it's going to be Thursday because of the bank holiday. Alright, let's put the wipe on. Can't see anything. I really need to be careful here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. I don't want to risk it. The signal is way too close. I mean, I mean, yeah, that still took us some distance. Is there gonna be a giveaway next week? There is always a giveaway. So we're done. There's always a giveaway. Wait, today is Friday, right? So there will be a giveaway, yeah, there will be something cool will be given out next week. Gold medal. Gold. What is my favorite beer? My favorite beer, from the ones you can get in the UK, and don't throw stones at me, but it's probably gonna be Heineken. Well, not just UK, but it's just I like the way it's very refreshing. It's very good in summer. But I do like some Russian and Estonian beer, which you've probably never heard of, so it's no point mentioning it. But I do not drink very often, actually, I have to admit. I only drink maybe a couple of times a year. That was Class 31, guys. That was Class 31. Alright, thank you very much. I think this took us about hour and 40 minutes, I think it said. So we've streamed for quite a while. And I'm gonna say thank you to everyone who joined the stream. I'm gonna put the schedule on again. So today was Friday. We've done 5 circle yesterday, and today is TS Valley, and tomorrow Sam will be streaming the Norddeutsche Bahn. It's a pretty recent route for TS1. And then we'll have Frankfurt U-Bahn from, was it Just Trains? I'm sorry if it wasn't. I think it's them who made this route. But yeah, full weekend of content, guys. Join us at 5 p.m. tomorrow, and any other day of the week for the rest of our lives. So thank you very much for streaming. It was a great chat, and thank you, mods, for being with me today. And I will see you guys next week. Thank you, guys. Bye bye.